weirdest, saddest like day at school that you could ever experience, and mostly it was because nobody knew why or what happened. When I was in high school, I actually moved to Pennsylvania my freshman year, and I had to start getting to know people and getting used to the culture shock. And I was raised in a Hindu temple by my father, so I have a fascination in love of India, so I was like already really intrigued. So I had to go home, and I was like chilling out in my living room, and my mom was outside, and she came in to get me, and because like we always find these random animals, and I always go like there's like random bunnies or things, and like so I'll like go get rid of them or whatever. And in California, bunnies aren't natural. Like if you find a bunny, it's somebody's pet. So I usually like go catch the animals. But there was this like really big news that a boy in my grade had been murdered, and his parents were murdered too. And nobody knew who it was or anything, and I like to tell people that. And I really, really wanted a pet dog. And we had cats, but I wanted a dog. And so I would sit outside and like just like think about the nicest dog coming up to me and like being my friend, and like just like, oh, if a dog could just, you know, walk on up, I could convince my parents that this is the dog. And I did that a lot. And I look over and I swear to God he was sitting there, and I was like, my heart stopped, and there was this really tall, beautiful black model. She was like laying on him, and he was like, you know, he saw me staring at him, and he was like looking around, but at this point I was going down an escalator. I was just like, wait a minute, and I was like that doesn't make any sense, that can't be him, why would he be sitting in an airport, like I'm seeing things. And he was sweet and friendly and just like running around this soccer field. Like somebody dropped him off there, and we actually think somebody did drop him off in the neighborhood intentionally. But, you know, we put him in the backyard for a while. So I wasn't too excited at first about the one I had chosen. And I went to the library and checked out some books, and I started like reading his interviews, and they were so amazing. He was also violent, like he really liked violent movies, and he liked to talk about video games, but a lot of people just thought that was his personality. The family had a sister, and she was home that weekend, and she actually got out, so she went to get help, and her family was killed. It was like kind of disappointing because I didn't get to be with her. We were in different sections, and I was kind of disappointed. So the second time we went, we waited in line to get in front. It's just like a lot more than I wanted to deal with. So it was really sweet, and he broke down and he admitted it, and you know, they arrested him, and it was actually in People magazine, which is really strange. But yeah, so that was like another shock, that everyone like realized that this other kid we knew, who was his best friend, had like done it. And I don't even know, like I really kind of wish I could have talked to him, but I don't, like, it's enough that I know that it was him. Like, I don't even know what I would have said. So it was just like really weird and really nice. But I mean, like, so I'm convinced it was him now. Even if it wasn't, I'm convinced it was. Then for a long time it was just like this weird like avoiding the area, like the neighborhood, and I didn't want to know which house it was or where it was or anything. And then my senior year, I was in the talent show with this boy who had just moved in to the district, and he was my good friend's cousin. And so we were practicing, and I had to go pick him up, and or drop him off at his house, and I was like on the way to his house, and my cousin let me know that they had moved into the house. So I like had to go there every day and like knock on the door and, you know, like confront the actual site. Like, I don't know, I don't really think of things as like accidents or chance, and I think like it's like really nice to like look back and feel like I got my dog, but we did. So, and we still have him. His name is Ranger.